Your Excellency, President Sara here, President of South Sudan. Your Excellency, Vice President Mama Rebecca Demabio, the Right Honorable Speaker, Cabinet Ministers, former President of Mauritius and Central African Republic, former President of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who's joining us online this morning, Nobel Laureate Lema Bowie, representing the Association of Female Nobel Laureates, the Global Association of Female Nobel Laureates, and I just have to add that she is a Liberian. Distinguished state governors and their leadership teams, all members of the diplomatic corps and senior officials of the UN, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the women of South Sudan. I'm grateful for this opportunity where I've been serving as co-convener for this conference and to welcome all delegates to this forum. As we start this forum, I have to say these words, GuwaTa, strength of the Lord. That strength has led to hundreds of women gathering from around this country, from around this continent, to come to Juba, to come to our youngest capital city, to discuss the future of the women of South Sudan. As I reflected on what to say, I went back 3 years ago, where I received 3 words. I was meditating 3 years ago and received 3 words: journey, sojourn, and distance. Journey means the act of traveling from one place to another. None of us who are supporting this conference, not one of us, can tell the women of South Sudan about their journey. Only the women of South Sudan know their journey. Every one of us who come to support you can say something about our journeys, but your journey is your journey. You've journeyed from the place of being Southern Sudan, journey to the place of a developed South Sudan. And that journey, we need to support you as you travel. Sojourn, a temporary stay. I would like to remind you that when we think about temporary stays, we sometimes think about IDP camps, refugee camps. We don't want people to stay there longer than they should. It's temporary, and it should be temporary. And it's my fervent hope that South Sudan will have peace, complete and total peace, so that every IDP and refugee called the South Sudanese can return to their lands, to their homes, and their communities. But you are sojourning at some other places, and I want to encourage you not to stay there for long. The place of food insecurity, don't stay there long. You have the capacity to feed yourselves and to feed even the neighboring countries. The place of limited access to safe drinking water, the place of limited access to services, don't stay there. It's meant to be a sojourn. Move on. The place of dependence on humanitarian assistance, don't stay there. Move on. You're going a distance. A distance is the amount of space between 2 things or 2 people. Distancing from where you used to be when you were struggling for independence, going to where you are going to be, where I vision you being, that strong, developed, and prosperous South Sudan. You will not get there without your women. South Sudan is a young lady, as I call her. The young lady South Sudan. South Sudan is constituted by almost 75% of young people. South Sudan is young. South Sudan is 11 years old. South Sudan is very young. South Sudan has almost 60% women. She is a young lady. The young lady South Sudan needs peace. And that peace is required so the young South Sudan can be educated, can have access to health care, can have all of her rights fulfilled, economic empowerment. The young lady South Sudan deserves this. This was supposed to be a national conference that UNDP had thought about last year for UNDP and Ministry of Gender. And then came this crazy woman called Sara, Nyanti, who said to UNDP, why would we do a national conference? Let's do an international conference, bring people to South Sudan, so we rub minds together. I thank UNDP because it was gracious of them to say, okay, and they let go so that others could come in. And together, as partners, donors, all the UN agencies that are supporting, but the government in the leadership, we are here because of partnership. We all work together for this to happen. On August 26th last year, I went to Mr. President, His Excellency, and I said, I have a vision of us doing an international conference for women in South Sudan. And His Excellency said to me, not only can you do it in South Sudan, do it anywhere in South Sudan. If you want to go to WOW, go there. If you want to go wherever you want to go, because I support gender. And then he started to give me the evidence, and he talked about the ministers in cabinet, 8 ministers he's appointed to ministerial positions, the speaker of the parliament being a woman. And so he said, this conference is for us. Mama Rebecca and the Minister of Gender, thank you for your leadership. I think the National Transformational Leadership Institute of South Sudan, Dr. Angelina, and all those who've been a part of this. This is your journey. This is only a stop, a temporary stay in your journey. This is not where we're ending. This is only an event along the distance that you are traveling to develop South Sudan. We are here to support you. We are here to tell you that we see the struggle you started years ago and want to encourage you to continue. Because until every woman in South Sudan participates in the development of South Sudan will not achieve a fullest development potential. I congratulate you, I hail you, I admire you. Thank you, women of South Sudan.
Thank you, Madam Sara.